y'all keep it down.
So we're privileged to have PFC Cooper here. She was in our Future Soldier Training Program. She's completed her basic training as well as AIT, and she's come here to share her experience. Don't ask too many questions. She's gonna explain to you what she went through and give you an overall, I guess, summary of what to expect when you go to training and things that you can do while you're here to better prepare yourself for basic training in AIT. All right? PFC Cooper?
Okay, so you guys, first of all, it's one of the best decisions you can make. It's fun. You know, you make your own stories, you make good friends, and you're come up with like trips to go on your friends, like when you get back from leave, whatever you decide to do. But the first thing is, like when you arrive there, you're going to go to reception. Reception, you might be in there a week or 2 weeks. That's probably the hardest part of basic training, is because it's the most boring time. Because you're just getting shots, you're just getting your uniform and stuff like that. But there's going to be everyone else in there is going through the same thing as you. So you just have to make your friends and just stay strong together. Because it's just you have to find things to read, do, because it's just a long. But that's the hardest part of basic training, is because that's where you're going to be doing your thing. After that, you're going to ship out over across the base wherever you're going. I was at Fort Leonard Wood, so we were shipped across the base to go to my company. And with that, the drill sergeants are going to come pick you up, and then you're there. And the drill sergeants, at first, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I hate them, they're yelling at me, you know, they're telling me I'm this, I'm that. But after a few weeks, they're going to be your biggest supporters. Like, they are there to help you. They're going to not let you get hurt. They're going to make sure you have what you need. And I had drill sergeants that, like, you know, I told them I wanted to be a physician's assistant. They were like, okay, this is what you need to do. Let's do this. Let's make you apply for this program. But other than that, they are very much there for you. They're going to yell at you. They're going to push you. But you have to just learn you're going to get yelled at, you know. But they say don't take it to heart. I mean, make sure you run. Make sure you do your push-ups, your sit-ups. And anything else you can do just to stay active. You don't want to get there and be out of breath. But just do your 2-mile run. Go out, see if you can do push-ups, sit-ups, because you want to try and max that and get the highest PT score that you can. Other than that, like, you're going to go through the 3 phases: red phase, white phase, and blue phase. And then red phase, it all depends. Like my company, we were not really allowed to write letters until white phase, but we had our cell phones for 10 minutes on Sunday. So it gave us enough time to call home, see what was going on. And right when we also got there, that first Sunday, the drill sergeants gave us a call right when we got to the company, and that next Sunday, we were able to get a call to just call home and see what was going on. And then the red phase is like confidence tower, the warrior tower, where you repel off the tower, and just certain things like that. Red phase is going to be, I thought it was the funnest phase. We did obstacle courses and all kinds of stuff during red phase. Then white phase is going to be your marksmanship, and you're just going to be going to the range to shoot and qualify. And then blue phase is when you're going to do FTX3, which is out in the field for a week. And yeah, you don't get a shower for a week, but you get over it. You get over it very quick. You're out there with your friends. By that time, you have a good support system, and it's really not that bad out there. You know, you do your last rough march. If you're if you're infantry, you're probably gonna do more. But you do your rough march, you get to the nick at night, you do your low crawl, and you're done. So it's a good time. You're gonna make some good friends, and it's worth going through and doing. Like, there's gonna be days that you're like, oh my gosh, this sucks. Like, I'm standing out here, I'm doing
honest. Be honest. This is cool. Be honest.
They said that a few times. They
Okay,
were
did
like,
the recruiter lie to you?
no.
Okay. That's okay.
And if you say thank you, they're going to be like, don't thank me, thank your recruiter.
Yeah. Still happens. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for some things.
Don't say you're sorry. Like, just be like, yes, Drill Sergeant. No matter what, just yes, Drill Sergeant. That's probably the best way you can go. Do you guys have any other questions?
Question. Y'all don't know a thing about basic training. You have a perfect opportunity to get a direct line from right where it came from. Ask the questions you have always wanted to ask.
How's the food?
There you go.
The food in Fort Leonard was
How's it
really
smelling?
not that bad because we had a new dining facility. So you walk in and they either had beef, fish, chicken, you could pick, or vegetarian. Then you would go down, you could pick vegetables, you could get as many vegetables as you wanted. And then you would go over to a salad bar where they had salad, fresh fruit, jello, but don't get the jello. And then you could get yogurt or cereal, but don't get cereal unless it's like lunch and dinner. Because the drill sergeants are probably going to say something to you. I mean, that's breakfast. Do not get cereal. Other than that, you go over, you get your drinks. It's pretty good. Like, it's
I've got a question.
You get used to it. Yes.
What about my cell phone?
Your cell phone, I was in Delta Company, and we said we were like, we had the strictest drill sergeants kind of thing, so we thought like all the other companies had more cell phone time, but we got our cell phones every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
What?
We got it every Sunday from 10 minutes to, once we got on blue base, to 30 to 45 minutes. And if we have like a dire emergency, like if you really needed to pay a bill or you needed to do something, you have a good excuse, the drill sergeant will help you figure out how to pay that bill. But they like it to all be figured out before you go there. So like don't go there with a bunch of problems. Like make sure you have everything, your bill set up for direct deposit or anything like that before you go. That'll help you out a lot. But
So, when did your day start and when did your day end?
so our day started at a 4:30 wake up for PT. We did PT 5 until 6, and then we went to chow, and then we did whatever training throughout the day. Had lunch chow, and then we'd go and have dinner chow again. So the chow schedule, like that's a great way. I know this is going to sound really stupid, but that's a great way going through basic training to time your days. Like you know you're halfway through the day, how much like that's when chow all this is to get through the day. You just go, you live chow by chow.
I like to stop at basic training.
You live chow by chow, and honestly, after I think it was like white phase or blue phase, I might open up the track for you. So at night when you get personal time, you can go out and do the track. You won't get personal time in red phase, only in white and blue. Where after dinner chow, it's pretty much you might have drill sergeant time for a little bit, which you have in red phase, where they hand out mail, they do all that, and then you will go do personal time where you can write letters, go out on the track, but that'll be in white and blue phase. And they lighten up during each phase just a little bit. But it depends if the site will be for you mess something up. You know, like my drill sergeant had us come in and ask. He pulled us all in one day before we left. And was like, "So what you all do?" And people are like, "The vending machines, drill sergeant. We'd go sneak snacks out of the vending machines." He'd be like, "Okay, I gotta watch the vending machines." So like the drill sergeants now might know like little tricks. So they might be a little bit more, you know, like tougher on like, letting you go walk the halls or something like that. But then after that, you go to bed. You have like your shower. You go to bed. And the shower drill, like in your red phase, there might be like you have 5 minutes to shower. You have 45 seconds to shower. It's really not that bad. You guys can do it. We went to sleep at 8:30. And then on Sundays, you got to sleep in until 6. Which in basic training, that feels like such. You know, like you're sleeping in. And a lot of people went to church on Sundays because it was a good thing for them to go do to get out. They're like red phase, white phase.
What? What about church?
How was the gas chamber?
What's up?
How was the gas chamber?
The gas chamber? You had some people walk out puking and snot coming out of their nose, but it really wasn't that bad. You're in there for like 15 seconds. Like you go in, you stand there, they might you do like
Huh?
2 half jacks, say half the soldiers screen. And like when you're saying, like you have the mask on, and they'll have you flip it up for a second, put it back down. Stop it, like you don't feel anything. And then you'll start walking, and that's when they're having to take the mask off. And you start saying the soldiers screen, and you get through like, I am American. And everyone's like, everyone's just pushing behind you, and you get out, and people start to like, okay. So it's not really as bad as it looks.
How was marksmanship qualification?
I sucked at shooting. I've never really shot in my life, so I struggled with it. But everyone struggled with it the first day. Like even if you were a hunter, like the hunter struggled with it because it's just a different weapon they're not used to using. So what you will do is like the drill sergeants will be down there to help you zero, qualify, do everything that you need to do, and you will qualify. Like they will have you practice every day for like 2 weeks straight. So you'll qualify. Like it gets easier every day.
How was it? You went to AIT for MP, right?
Yeah.
How was getting tased?
I did not get tased here. We did not get tased in AIT or pepper spray. So I still have to.
We got him in the office.
You got him in the office. I'm a former MP, so when you get to your unit, like say you come back to place Fort Belvoir, you start patrolling, that's part of the training you will go through and everything, the taser training and all of that stuff. So you'll be certified on post, but it's actual certification for local law enforcement as well. You actually get out the Army and decide to continue your MOS or your job training as an MP into the local police department and whatever area you go to. And the same with the OC spray. The OC spray sucks. I'd rather be tased than to be sprayed with the OC.
Hold on, hold on.
We did the import.
I didn't even hear what the question
I
was.
had to get the M9. But the M9 was an AIT.
Did you happen to like witness any of like the Seabrook training?
Gotta find
What's your question?
How if you saw any of the Seabrook people there?
We just-
training and stuff.
Not really.
You
They
70?
usually kept the MPs. Like in my company, we hardly ever got passes. All the other companies that came in later.
That's a 74 Delta, right?
Passes on Sundays, but our drill sergeants were more like, no pass. You know, it's like we didn't follow the standard that was set. So we didn't get to get out as much until probably like our last week was the AIT. But you will get like I think some of the other companies they got a few passes. I know we got one pass in White Phase where we got to go around the battalion, like go to the troop store, and you could get like a soda, get whatever on that pass. It was like for 2 hours and you had your cell phone. But in my company, you had to be like perfect that week. I mean, they took pass. I mean, there was probably 10 of us going on the pass that week. Like that's how. If you're in White Phase, like you're still.
From the time you started basic training to the time you ended, what was your beginning PT score as far as push-up, sit-up, and your 2-mile run, and then towards the end, and see how your body actually built up in that whole 9 weeks you were going through training or whatever?
So at first, when I got there, we did our first PT test. Pretty much everyone in my platoon failed it. My PT score was probably a 160. It was awful. And then after, like, there was probably 5 people in my platoon that passed the first PT test. Because we didn't really know what to expect. You know, we were like, oh, how far is this run or whatnot. So then my final PT score for my APF P5 was a 275. So you will go up in PT. You just have to push yourself. Like, do not stand back. Push, do whatever you can. Wake up in the morning, do push-ups, or use, they have kettlebells sometimes. Like, use the kettlebells. Do whatever you can. Just don't stand back. Your PT score will go up.
When she says 275 for her PT score, it only goes to 300. So 300 is when you max it out.
And over 100 points.
That's the number you want, guys.
Yeah, that's good.
That's actually
Always
pretty
shoot for the highest. Always shoot for the highest.
But see, like, I had 100
Always
and
shoot for the highest.
and then my second APFP was a 240. So like I definitely jumped after the first one. And I think it was probably because I put a little bit more effort than the first one. Like I was talking when I first got there. I was like, oh, you know, it's a 2-mile run. You can do this. And then you're like, no. So all you have to do is just embrace the suck. They will tell you that. Embrace the suck.
Man, you sound like a real soldier.
Embrace the problem.
That's what I like.
What's the most different person
What?
As in like a bad person.
It doesn't matter.
You probably met somebody from Utah.
We've had people, like I've met people from, like one of my best friends, she's from California, and the other one's from South Carolina. But we had this kid our first day, he was a day 0, like quitter. And this is the thing, you go there and you quit, you might as well not quit, because you're going to be there until your company pretty much graduates. Like, we had this kid, he was a day 0 quitter. I remember standing down in the, like, near the drill sergeant office, and him come flying down the stairs and running out the drill sergeant's door, and seeing like 5 drill sergeants come running down. And I remember seeing him like outside getting yelled at, and the one drill sergeant, all the males upstairs are in their bay, you can hear them yelling like, thank you, and like his name and stuff, doing push-ups. And I'm like, oh. But he was probably the strangest and most interesting person I met there. Like, you're going to have people with all kinds of personalities. You're going to have people that are really going to be your motivators and supporters. Like, the males there are going to be your brothers. The females there are going to be like your sisters. So, they're going to have your back. No matter what.
What's your next assignment?
I am going to Korea.
안녕하세요. Let's get it.
You're gonna love it.
So far. Yeah.
That's what she gonna be doing.
The land map's kind of fun
Very secret trip.
because they just send you out the woods.
Yeah.
And I think we were in red face when we did. So that was still when the drill sergeant was yelling and screaming at you. So it's kind of